Hey everyone, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. I discovered something new with AI this week, so I just wanted to share it with all of you, seeing that you've been through my AI workshop. So remember, during my workshop, we took a URL, a LinkedIn URL. Let me show you. I'm going to use mine as an example. We're going to go into ChatGPT, and I'm going to say, summarize this profile for me. And I'm going to pop it in, and let's see what ChatGPT comes back with. So remember, I showed you that you could use this as a plugin in GPT-4, but it wasn't as effective. And what we've got here is it says, I apologize, but as an AI-based model, I cannot directly browse the internet. So that's a little bit of a problem because it cannot access LinkedIn profiles via a LinkedIn URL. So what I said to you was to go and copy the whole profile, pop it in, and yes, that still works, but I've actually found a quicker way to do this. So if you use another AI tool, so I'm going to go into Bard and I'm going to ask the same thing. And I'm going to say, summarize this profile in 200 words. And I'm going to pop in the link to my URL. And let me show you what happens here. So it takes a bit of time to think. It takes a bit of time to give it a read. But there we go. And what it's done is it has summarized my profile. Now, the interesting thing is over here, it's taken all of the conferences that I've mentioned, but again, it's not 100% correct. So do remember to check. I definitely don't have an MBA from the University of Cape Town or any of these other things. I also haven't written a book. So please make sure that you do double check what it is putting out there. But most of the time, I find with a little bit of prompting and a little bit of help, it can remove that. So just by entering a prompt, I can say, remove the bullet points all together. Remember, do your prompting here until you finish with what you want to use in the end. And you can see it's now removed the bullet points. It mentions a lot of other interesting things about me, and they all seem to be a little bit more valid. So I just thought that I would share that with you. Remember always to check what you produce, but Bard is a lot better at reading LinkedIn URLs. So remember, other things you could potentially be doing is take the URL. Let me go back and just use mine again. And let's go back into Bard, and I could say, create a list of pros and cons for this profile, and then give it the role as well. It will help if I've generated or put in the role description for a motor mechanic role. And let's see what it comes up with, because I don't think this would be my strong point. So let's see what it does. So it's obviously thinking very hard. So again, it hasn't come up with anything that I would use. 15 years of experience in the automotive industry. It has mentioned ATAP over here. Cons, no formal experience as a motor mechanic. So again, it was quite an extreme example. Watch what it comes up with. But just to show you that if you get creative, Bard is actually better at going and having a look at URLs and different websites that you put into the platform. So I hope that helps you. Stay well. Good to see you again, and stay in touch.